because this is so big and it's so huge, right? And 2020 can be the year that our world turned the corner and our nation turned the corner on racism. And communicators can be leaders in that because people are looking to businesses to make these changes. I think that prior to the summer, when everything just blew up, right? We had I call it the tridemic, right? Because we had the health pandemic, the economic pandemic, the racial and social justice pandemic. Prior to that, people who weren't impacted by not having privilege could go blindly along and pretend that there was no such thing. And I think that when you feel something, it becomes real. And when you see that kind of injustice, then you have to act. People who aren't Black and brown also care about this issue. And I can say thus far in my lifetime, and certainly as an adult, I have not seen that. And I saw a rainbow of skin tones of people who said, enough is enough. To me, that opened the door to then start to have those uncomfortable conversations in the workplace and to make people see what they didn't see before. People love to say that that the system is broken, right? The system is not broken. The system works exactly as it was intended, right? To privilege one group and to disenfranchise another group. And so I think with CEOs, it's, CEOs have to have the courage to not say, I'm going to fix our systems, but to say, I'm going to dismantle our systems and rebuild them through a lens of equity and justice. I have so much confidence and optimism about this next generation because they're just not going to say, oh, that's the way it is, right? They're going to say, no, that's not the way it is. We're changing it because it's not right, right? And we all brought them up to fight on principle.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just isn't always justice.
I think with her poem, although it is ultimately filled with hope and optimism, those first 6 lines really speak to the burden that Black people have carried with them every day, have had to carry with them and still carry. And I think it speaks to the restlessness and the frustration that comes with that burden, but also the need for perseverance. And I just hope that that communicators will develop their own courage to say what needs to be said if it isn't being said. Right? To be the truth seekers and the truth tellers that we are hired to be.